Yeah, one of the signs of depleted kidney qi, according to Chinese medicine, is excessive cold. Okay, so I'm not talking about when we're in a cold snap like we are now, but if it's just normal weather and you're cold all the time, that's often seen as a sign of that you need to work on building more kidney qi. And I just thought I'd mention that there are a couple of other signs: dry skin, being very thirsty, fatigue, achy joints. Those are all signs of having not enough yin or kidney qi. So anytime you're feeling any of those symptoms, one thing you could do is very simply tap on the lower back and breathe and start to activate the energy through the kidneys, through the door of life. With the deep breathing, and it's nice when you're tapping like this and you could really feel that part of your body. You could feel the vibrations, and then as you breathe, you connect those two things, and you can visualize a little more clearly the warm flow into the lower back and into the kidneys. Then if you add your intention, the yi, right? That's the word for intention. In other words, kind of goal setting, or this is what I want to accomplish out of this tapping on my lower back. I want to nourish my kidney qi, the water element. Right? So if the water element in our body is flourishing and flowing, we will have more vitality. Our joints and bones will be healthier. And maybe we'll be warmer, right? Ice to water. Woo, you can relax after your shoulders get tired from all that tapping. Just relax. Now bring your hands to the front of your abdomen, to your lower dantian. And just breathe in. This is another excellent way to nourish your yin energy, your vitality. Deep breaths into the abdomen, and as you breathe here, it's like you're bringing the energy to your center. It's natural for us to think a lot, to have a lot of energy in our brains, but it's sometimes that can be very exhausting and depleting. So this is a way to rebalance that, bring some of that energy to your breath, to your internal organs, your kidneys, your digestive system. When we have the right energy in the right places, we tend to feel better. Kind of an interesting way to think about energy, isn't it? That's a different way of thinking about rebalancing the energy, because we all have plenty of energy. It's just often in the wrong places or sequestered and stuck in a way that we need to activate. Now, another way to free up some energy, let's tap on sternum. Big breath in and exhale with a ha. That's the heart healing sound. Inhale through the nose and ha. Sigh of relief. We're thawing out, we're breaking up any emotional energy, any anxiety that's tying up our vitality. Just let that go. Good. And lower the arms. So that's a little bit of a purging to let go of the extra stress that we're carrying around. And now let's just rotate around the spine and knock on the door of life and the lower abdomen. And this is what, a third or fourth way to work on your kidney energy, your vitality, tapping on these acupressure points, lower back and the lower abdomen. They're both vitality acupressure points. So if at any point during the day you feel a little low, or maybe you have an important phone call to make or conversation to have or letter to write or something, you want to just get centered and free up some good energy, this is the kind of thing you could do. Any of these little self-massage acupressure movements. Now let's tap on the lungs, lung points. Opening the chi into the lungs and the chest. And then tap with an open hand on the top of the shoulder, gallbladder points. Also a wonderful way to stretch out the upper back, right? Because as you tap on the opposite shoulder, you feel your shoulder blade getting a nice little stretch, right? Back down to the chest. And to the lower back, lower abdomen. Slow it down, slow it down. And right back here, right below the belly button, the sea of chi. And you could tap in the same spot, kind of alternating. Take off my... It's another way to keep your kidney energy strong is keep it warm with lots of sweaters and things. Keep your lower back nice and warm. But this is tapping on the front of the Dantian there, the sea of chi. This is, again, just to bring what my teacher called a lightning flash of vitality. Breathing. This is also really good for your metabolism. And remember, metabolism means fire. It's the heat. So that'll also keep us warm through this upcoming cold snap. Okay. Let's relax now and just swing the arms and just bend the knees. I think you're all getting this natural little rhythmic bend of the knees. Just swing. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Right? Loosen shoulders. Let your elbows and your wrists relax. Breathe. Relax the ankles. Relax your ankles. So your feet are nice and wide on the floor. You feel your backs of your toes, the bottom of your toes on the floor. Good. Now let's slow it down. Slow it down. And we'll do another purging exercise. This one you inhale, light loose fists, come up to your toes, and then exhale and go, that's it. Inhale, let go, down to the earth. Inhale, good. Now, interestingly, you'll have this one. When we're lifting our heels, we're also working an acupressure point on the bottom of our foot. Let's do a little faster now. The acupressure point we're stimulating is kidney 1. So this would be another really good way to take care of your kidney chi. Joints are hurting a little. Do this one. Feeling cold, and kind of low energy, sluggish, good way to wake yourself up. Also great for purging stress. Let's do 3 more, 2 more, and last one. Good. I don't think I know of any other exercise forms that have a specific goal of purging like that. That's one of the unique aspects of Qigong, and I think psychologically it's really helpful to just go, blah, get rid of that, blah, that gesture. It helps us start fresh. Nice thing to do. Okay, let's do picking cherries, and we'll turn that into some more lateral movement in a moment. The crown of the head is floating up. Tailbone is sinking down. And you could do this any speed that you like. Oh, excellent Oh, Judy Star, I didn't recognize you in red. Beautiful, you're a red star today. Now, I often do it's like a purging breath. You don't have to. I sometimes do it to emphasize that we're breathing. But in general, when we breathe, we always inhale through the nose, out through the nose. Unless you're specifically trying to let go of a little extra stress, then breathe out through your mouth and relax, relax. Now let's do a little silk reeling, shall we? Let's step toward the left diagonal corner with the right foot, and we'll circle the right shoulder back. Up, squeeze it into the back. Yes, keep going. I think you all know this one, so I'm going to come a little closer and really watch you. Squeeze that. Shoulder blade in, Sue R. More emphasis of the shoulder blade in rather than, that's it, good. Yeah, this is the beautiful Levinson, sorry. Beautiful, Carol. Good, Wendy. Oh, this is so nice to watch. This is also kind of like, it's like you're taking your worries and you're like, get off of my back. You're just letting them go. Let's do the other side. That's an excellent exercise. Really, it is. It looks so good on you, too. There can be a weight shift. It could be a big or a small weight shift. Very similar to what we did with the bear frolic on Tuesday. But I like this one because it really connects the shoulder joint from the front to the back. You really feel the muscles on the upper back. They stretch and relax here. They stretch here and they contract, drawing the shoulder blade in and strengthening the upper middle back as you stretch the shoulder in front. Good. Oh, nice. Nice. Now back to a little chi massage, okay? Oh, look at this. I got a perfect outfit on. Tapping down the yin meridians on the inside of the arm and up the yang meridians on the outside of the arm. Down the yin meridians. It's funny because yin is often associated with the dark side of the mountain, right? The side in shadow, and yang is associated with the side of the mountain with the sun shining on it. Now back to the center. Let's, tap on the thymus right in the middle. Take a big breath in. And then the other side. Doesn't quite line up as well on this side. Up the outside. Right, we're getting ready for Tao Yin at the end of the class. Tao Yin is about moving energy through these meridians and breathing into these meridians. Different approach. Good. Now relax for a moment, drop your arms. We've already switched our energy just for those little purging and knocking exercises. Let's tap on the inside of the arm now, right in the crook of the elbow. This is a point called deep well, I believe. It's for the lungs. If you have a cough, any kind of respiratory problem, this is a good point to work on. Now the top of the elbow, that's the natural antibiotic point. Stimulates our protective chi. And the very inside of the elbow is for your heart. Good for your heart. Good for relaxing, this is the heart meridian. Remember, I know a couple of you have said you have issues with insomnia. From here down right to under that little lump on the inside of your hand, under the pinky, those are good acupressure points for insomnia, especially this one right here. Now, hand on the inside of the elbow, encircle. Another way to get chi into that elbow joint. And the shoulder joint. So see if you can feel that right shoulder, that right upper arm turning in and out. Swirling the chi through those points and relax. Notice if you feel a difference between that arm and the other arm. We're waking up the chi. So let's get them even. Lung point, middle. Breathing, thinking about your lungs getting cleared out and strong and stretchy and healthy. Then bend the elbow. Top of the elbow is the natural antibiotic. It's so interesting. Those of you who like to read the Science Times, I can't remember what article I read this morning, but excuse me, let's get to the inner elbow. It was talking about the placebo effect, basically, which is very real. It doesn't mean you're imagining something is getting better. Something really is getting better because you're imagining it. So the placebo effect is real. It's studied. It's the gold standard for any new medicine. And so you can, even if you're thinking of all this stuff as like just really specific placebo kind of exercises, that's fine. Who wants to take medicine, right? When you can just tap and massage and circulate and get your body's innate ability to heal, to flow. Stimulating our healing potential. Fabulous. Remember when you couldn't do this, you guys? Remember it's like, oh, which way does the hand go? You got it now. And shake it out. Relax. All right. We did the bear stretches up on Tuesday, and it's such a great exercise. I watched the class in review, and I think it's great. There's even more we can work on with this. So this is a bear frolic, so we get to pretend now. We're exercising our imagination, pretending that we're big, sturdy, solid, grounded bears. So the knees are slightly bent, the arms are slightly rounded, the fingers are slightly rounded like bear paws. What we're going to do is we're going to take a small step to the right diagonal.
Have you remembered to put the recording on?
Yes, it's on.
Record? Okay, sorry. I thought
yeah. Yeah, thanks. So we shift onto that foot. Now, this is the thing that I noticed watching you. Some of you didn't quite shift your weight. You got a nice stretch here. But one of the things that's really good for training our balance is that we shift onto that foot. And then our two big furry bear arms come up. We turn our paws up to the sun. We stretch. And then we step back. Okay? Solid. Then we step to the left diagonal. Shift the weight forward. Lift, stretch. Your back toe is on the ground. And relax. Nice. Much better. Okay? Let's just do that a couple more times. Step, shift, inhale. That's it. That's it, Steve. So what we're doing is we're getting our hips over the standing foot. Important. This is our center of gravity. This is the heaviest part of our body. So if we get that over the foot, we're going to be stable. And then we could stretch our arms up. Yeah. So it's not so much of a back bend as it is let's do it two more times. A step, press down and reach up. You will arch your back a little, but don't think about just leaning back. You'll miss the good part. That's it. And down. It's also very good for the kidneys because as you come up like that, you can feel there's a little squeeze in the lower back. And relax. Relax. Now, we're going to do a breathing exercise called pulling up the earth. just to center ourselves. You inhale and you pull all that stability up through your body, and then you feel as centered as the center of the earth. Remember when I learned this, the teacher said, as the arms come down, imagine that you're literally standing in the center of the earth and your fingers are just tracing along the edges of the earth. I like that image. It's very, very qigong-y, isn't it? Very powerful. This can also be done as a flow at the end of class, but if we use it as a breathing, inhale and exhale, if we use it as a breathing exercise, it's a nice way to practice coordinating the movement with the breath. And exhale. Good. Nice. Nice. Now, step the feet a little wider apart, and let's just do a little, just a very gentle flowing like the river to get that watery quality back into our movement. Really, really beautiful. Oh, Kathy B, that looks so good. Beautiful. Right, keep your head relaxed and then over. Right. This is one of my favorite, personally, my favorite neck stretches. The head is heavy, weightless, heavy. Heavy, weightless, heavy. Good. Yes, really coming along, everyone. Now let's come center. Woo. Circle the shoulders a couple of times. Here's one we haven't done for a little while. Let's do dragon stretches its tail. So bring your arms over to the right side. You're looking into your palms. Inhale. Exhale, push the palms out and look over your other shoulder. Gorgeous. Inhale, look into your palms. Dragon stretches its tail, reaching that arm way out. Exhale. Now this is a very good one for feeling the back of the neck nice and long. Good, that's it. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, guess which meridians we're stretching? Spread that right hand out. Can you feel the stretch? Breathe. We're stretching the meridians on the inside of the palm, which means the inside of the arm, which means the yin meridians. That's the lungs, the heart, pericardium. And relax. Ooh. The yin meridians are related to the organs. That's one way to learn it. If you're like, which ones? Gallbladder? Gallbladder, they're hollow organs or yang. The yin meridians, yin meridians are associated with the solid organs. So that's how you can remember. Okay, other side. So the arms are to the left. Inhale. Exhale, push the hands out to the left, flex the hands, turn your head over the right. Good. Inhale. So we're moving energy into the meridians that when these meridians are activated and the chi is flowing through them, they're nourishing those organs. So this is good for the heart and the pericardium. It's good for the lungs, as well as a great stretch for the neck. Exhale, press, stretching those palms open. One more time. Inhale and exhale. Hold it for a moment. Breathe naturally. and then relax. Good. Let's just massage the back of the neck now. Take your fingertips, make little circles right from the base of your cranium. You can massage out toward that bone that curves down behind your ears. There are big acupressure points in that vicinity. And you might even feel that radiating a little into the jaw. It's a great place to massage. And then you can come center again. Now circle down the neck. And over the top of your shoulders. Just pull tension out of your shoulders. Okay, can you see what I'm doing? I'm just literally dragging the fingers across the top of the shoulders and shake it out. Woo, feel the results of that. Right, we're getting educated about feeling when the chi is flowing and when it isn't. All right, here's a good one to get the chi flowing. Swimming dragon. Great warm-up exercise. We're in our horse stance. You know what? Before we do swimming dragon, I just want to go over horse stance because this is something that I really recommend you work on your own. Oh, shoot, Carol left. Wanted her to do this. Anyway, for all of us, you don't have to have your feet this wide. You could do it even with your feet narrow. But it's a great place if you want to really get strong and be able to relax and just feel like you're naturally doing everything correctly in Qigong. Great place to begin. Because think of what we're working on, what we're learning. We're learning to release our weight of our tailbone down and the crown of the head up. Very important. And we're holding it so we can breathe and relax and not going to be doing anything fancy. Knees are bent. You can peek if you're not sure. Make sure your knees are pointing right over the middle of your feet. So you're training healthy, strong knees. Safe knee alignment. Wiggle your toes a little. Get a sense of your feet holding the floor. Kind of move the soles of your, move on the soles of your feet. Massaging all those meridians on the bottom of the foot, all those acupressure points rather. Many of the acupressure meridians end on the feet, on the toes. So we want to keep that nice and alert. So this could be a Zhang Zhuang. This could be a standing meditation. You round your arms into the low, embracing the tree. And just the fact that this is a little different than just standing there will help alert your system that you're doing something different. You feel the air swirling around and under your armpits. And close your eyes. And notice when you feel your body starting to hunch up or move against gravity as opposed to hanging with gravity. Maybe it grabs you in your lower back. Let your lower back just relax, be in a natural curve. Maybe your chin likes to kind of float up as your head drops back. Just drop the chin. It's fun. It's like whack-a-mole, you know, the tension goes to all these different parts. And as soon as we learn to recognize it, we just bring everything back to the center. And now straighten the legs. Did you feel that? Did you feel your legs and your knees working a little bit or a lot? I felt it a lot. So you want to use those as that's strength training without putting any stress on your joints except for the hormetic stress, the good stress. Now, I'll put my foot up here so you can see, let's do a little chi massage on the knees. Just to take advantage of that energy we got flowing, let's help get a little of it into the knee joint. Get a little of that fluid. Now tap on the top and behind the knee, sending the vibration deep into the joint. This helps the ligaments of the knees. And then under the front of the knee. We haven't done this for a little while, but right under the front of the knee, like that, like a V. Whee! Okay, other side. So you tap the sides. So these are also meridians. Tap the front and the back. You're getting the really important acupressure point for the lower back, right in the back of the knee. It's a simple way to activate it. And under the front of the knee, you're getting the super duper acupressure point, Zhu Zhan Li or something like that. It's the stomach 36 point on the outside of the shin there under the knee. It's an easy way to get that one. Okay, shake it out. See if anything else I want. Oh, swimming dragon. We didn't do swimming dragon. So that was just to give our legs a little break. Now let's come back to swimming dragon position in horse pose, horse stance. Hands are at the center of your chest. Just inhale. Remember that this practice is about the breath. That's at the heart of everything. Breathing into the body and then relaxing the muscles, the joints, so that that oxygen can flow. And another very unique characteristic of Qigong is that we're going to take care of our internal organs as well. We're going to get the Qi to flow into them. And this next series, Exhale, is all about that. So here we are, swimming dragon. Shift your weight to the left. The hands move to the left. But your nose is still lined up over your belly button, right? And then return and look over your other shoulder. Oh, I said the wrong thing. You're going to your right. Yeah, that's it. And center. Now you shift left, hands go left, and you look right. That's it. And center. So let's practice the 70% concept. Do 70% of the effort that you know you're capable of expending. Just do 70%. You can breathe 100%. Give yourself permission to stop short of full exertion and see if that helps soften and unlock a little bit more ease in the movement. So this is the first part of swimming dragon. You all know this one. So, but it's good to remember that you don't have to do the full sequence. You could just do this. You get a lot of the benefits. Feel the squeeze on one side and the stretch, gorgeous. Strengthening the legs. Stretching the shoulders. Now come center, very nice. Center. Now let's start with the head. We'll start swimming by dropping the head to the side. And swim. Find your own comfortable, dolphin-y kind of rhythm. Swimming and splashing through the waves. Lateral movement is squeezing, pumping energy through the internal organs. The lungs, the heart, the liver on the right side, stomach, spleen, pancreas on the left. Now come lower. Just swim a little energy. Let's swim through the knees and the ankles. Whee! Got a little that nice water energy flowing through the joints. Now come up through the center. Swim energy through your heart. And all the way up. Swimming nice, clear, calm energy through your mind. All the way above your head. Whoops. When you get over the center, stretch up so high your heels leave the floor. And sink in lower. Now straighten. Turn the toes in. slide your hands down the sides or the back of your legs, either to halfway forward if you're protecting your lower back, or hang all the way forward. Breathe and relax. If this feels at all strenuous on your knees or your legs or your back, you just bend the knees a little bit. Shake the head no and yes. Now take your left hand and put it on your right ankle. Take your right hand, drape it across the back of your waist, and turn a little bit from the lower back, just a little bit, and look up toward the ceiling. This is called opening the door of life. And relax. Now right hand grasps your left ankle, or if you can't get over that far, grasp your left knee or thigh, whatever. The left hand drapes over your back. Now, your left hand is right across your back, right under your hand. That's where you turn just a little bit. You twist just a little bit from your lower back and look up. Good. That's it, Margaret. And center. We're going to work on that in the Tao Yin later, where that twist comes from. And center. Hands on your thighs and roll it up. That's a big stretch, huh? Opening the door of life. What I was trying to say, I think you probably got it. When you're in that stretch and your hand is draped right here across your back, you can feel how you're turning right from there. You're turning from your back. That's it. And notice what we've been working on, the hips don't have to turn that much. They do not have to turn that much. What you'll be doing is you'll be deepening the crease into that kind of groin, that hip joint, deepening the fold, but not turning and twisting from the knees. So it's all about articulating the body but without force. Okay, nice. Let's just shake a little. Anywhere in your body that doesn't shake easily, that can't kind of turn into rubber, that's a part of your body to pay attention to, because that's a place where you're holding tension. So we all have them. Most of us do pretty well with shaking out our wrists and our hands and our elbows. But what about the releasing the base of your neck or your entire neck and throat, so that bouncing up and down makes your head do a little funny wiggle? It's a good one to practice. Yeah, Sue R's doing one. We haven't taught this in a long time. Let's do that one, Sue. This is great. If you have trouble with releasing the base of your neck, what you do is you clasp your hands really hard and you shake them, but you relax your neck, and then you kind of go with your voice. It'll sound weird. You'll be shaking like this. And your lower jaw goes up and down, and boy, is this great for relaxing your neck. Relaxing the base of your skull. You don't have to make that noise, but relax. Could you get that? Give me a wave if you got that. That's cool, right? Yeah. I was always nervous about teaching that because I thought, that's too weird. People will get it. But it's one of the few ways you can be assured you're relaxing that very tight part of our bodies. Okay, let's get down to the floor. Grab your mats. If you don't want to go down to the floor, feel free to do this on like a bench or a solid surface that's elevated slightly. Or if you do go to the floor, have a yoga block or a pillow to sit on. So make it as easy for yourself as you need. I think some of these will be okay. I don't know. Can you go on the floor at all, Barb? No? Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry. You could just stand there and do what you want. How's that? You could just keep us company if you want. You're doing great, by the way, Barbara. It's amazing. Everybody's doing great, but I don't think I've ever had a student and seen them recover from hip replacement surgery.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so here's something I think I shared with you. I'm working with a physical therapist to fine tune my own back because I've got a history of back issues, and I just wanted to find out what's going on, make sure I'm doing things right. And my mind was blown yesterday. One of the world's easiest exercises I've been doing wrong. So I thought I'd pass this on to you in case maybe you're doing it wrong as well. And the exercise is when we lie on our backs. Let me face this on the diagonal here. It's just to lie on your back and pull your knees to your chest, towards your chest, like this. Now, what I was doing wrong for years and years and years and years was I was letting my knees naturally turn out so that my toes were close together and my knees were farther apart. If you do this one gently, it's not how close your knees get to your chest, by the way, but just relax. You can either hold underneath your knees or on top, if that whichever feels more comfortable to you. As you pull your knees in, though, imagine that your feet are staying apart. They're staying as far apart as your knees. So we're going to inhale, and on the exhale, fold the knees in. This does happen to be a Tao Yin exercise as well, but it's not often taught. Inhale, relax. Exhale. It's a great way to even out the pull or the, let us say, just even out the alignment across your lower back. Inhale. Exhale, so you hold the pull in for about 4 or 5 seconds. One more time, inhale. Exhale, takes a lot of the pressure off that sacrum. Good. Now place the feet on the floor. Actually, let's let the legs lie long. And we're going to do breathing into 3 parts of the abdomen. Tao Yin is all about breathing, and it's about breathing into specific areas. So I want us to have time to really honor the importance of this breathing. So first we'll bring our hands over our lower abdomen, that where we were tapping earlier, and just breathe into the lower abdomen. It's a great way to train the breathing. If you'd like, you could even take your fingers and press in lightly and feel the breath pushing the fingers out as you inhale. Now take your fingers above your belly button in the vicinity of your solar plexus. Just press in very, very lightly, but on the inhale, see if you can direct the breath so that the inhale pushes the fingers out a little bit. Exhale, the belly sinks back. This one may feel unfamiliar to you. That's the solar plexus. That's a place where we hold a lot of emotional stress. So this is a really good little discrete exercise for letting go and calming and soothing emotional stress. In other words, you could do this all by itself. And it would really help smooth things out. Now last, bring your fingertips kind of in the middle of your sternum and breathe all the way up to the sternum. And notice how that feels on your upper back. Can you feel the upper back expanding open on the breath? And relax. It's great to do breathing exercises lying flat on your back. Do them in your bed first thing in the morning. You're in a different orientation to gravity, and it'll just train your senses even more deeply and more in a more acute way. Okay, let's now fold the right leg into the chest, holding either underneath the knee or on top. And again, you don't want that toe pointing in. I'll do the same side as you. I'm holding my right leg too. You don't want that right toe pointing across towards your left hip. So as best as you can, hold that leg very parallel. This is called the dragon lifts its head. Relax in the hip joint. You're going to take an easy breath in. And on the exhale, bring your chin to your chest and your forehead forward towards your knee, or rather towards your belly button. That's it. So you're stretching the back of your neck. Inhale, lower. Relax. Deep breath in. On the exhale, tuck your chin in and just curve forward like you're looking right at your belly button. You're stretching the back of the neck and strengthening the neck flexors. And lower. Let's relax that side. Let the right leg lie down on the floor. And hug the left leg in. Okay, so guiding and directing the vital principle. So we're inhaling. We're exhaling, chin to the chest. Forehead curves forward. We're stretching the bladder meridian on the back of the body. Inhale, lower. And if you want, you could relax and do a full breath cycle in between. Maybe roll your head side to side. And then center the head. Breathe in. Exhale. Chin tucks in. Forehead forward. Dragon lifts its head. And lower down. Now both legs lie long. Interlace your fingers, put them behind your head, and I'll show you another way to do this one that feels really good. You're going to do the same thing, but on the exhale, bring your elbows forward toward the ceiling and chin in so you could use your arms to help lift your head. Great stretch up the back of the neck. And inhale, lower. Now fold your knees in again, practicing keeping the ankles. It's almost like you have a yoga block between your ankles. Just hug your knees in and just maybe massage the back by rocking a little side to side. Massaging those kidneys, warming up the door of life. We're nourishing our yin energy so we don't freeze up like water freezing and cracking and drying up. We don't want that. We want just the opposite. Now, let me think. Do I want to do this? Yes. We're going to turn onto our bellies. Watch for a second because I don't want you to have to lie on your belly and crank your head around to watch. We're going to do a very simple way to strengthen the lower back, Tao Yin style. So we'll lie on our, I have to take my microphone off. I think we did this recently because I remember I was on my microphone. Anyway, here we are. Hands are just flat. They could be in either next to your ears or your shoulders. Wag your tail side to side. That's one thing that's interesting and unique to Tao Yin. This dog wags its tail. Now what we're going to do here, everybody, is you're going to grip your butt really hard, press the pelvis down, and just lift up a little bit. And then breathe. Okay, so that's all we're going to do. I just wanted to make sure you saw that I wasn't going up very high. So let's do that all together. centering your forehead on the floor. Wag your tail. Make sure your lower back is nice and loose to begin with. Then center your lower back. Center your pelvis. Squeeze your butt really strongly. That'll protect your lower back. Forearms press down a little bit, and your upper body lifts up. Now, stay there and breathe. You don't have to come up very high. I'm going to come up and see what you're doing. Breathe. Now, draw the shoulders down away from your ears if you can, like they're sliding down. That's it. And draw your shoulder blades in toward each other. Good, Kathy BXC. Better, Lynn. This is really good for you, Lynn, and everybody. Wendy, this is a really good one for you. Both of the Lyns. Got 2 Lyns. It's good for both of you. It's good for everybody. You're just the guys I could see. That's it, Barb. And then lower and relax and wag your tail. Okay, you don't have to come up high. You don't have to come up high. Let's do it again. Press down. Squeeze the butt. Press down. Inhale. Shoulders drop down and in. You're opening the heart center. Good, Janet. This is a place we want to keep strong. The upper back and lower. And wag your tail. Good. Now just roll. Let's see, roll onto your side, come to a seated position, and you can grab a block or something if you want to sit on. We're going to, where's my block? We're going to just stretch the leg. Actually, let's do this. Let's just stretch the legs out in front and tap your knees like this, either leaning back or you could do it sitting upright. Let me do it with a block so I can cue those of you who are using a block. Here's my yoga block. It's weird. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right, so we're just tapping the legs. Now, this is when we did the door of life earlier, standing. This is what we're going to work on a little. You can have your legs either straight or bent with the soles of the feet together, whatever feels more comfortable to you. Just put one or both hands on your lower back and just feel your sacrum turning a little right and left. You know what I mean? The lower back, not the head, the lower back. That's it. I think that's it, Kathy Cole. Good, Sue. Just the lower back. If anybody's confused, don't be shy. I'm trying to explain this, but it might not make sense. But I notice when I'm doing it, maybe you'll notice this too. Let's say we're turning to the right. I'll mirror you now. We're turning to the right. You'll feel your right leg get shorter. And then you turn to the left and your left leg gets shorter. Can you feel that? The legs are actually also moving. Should free it up a little. I think that you might not have much motion there at all. Looks like you all look pretty good though, actually. But it's not about how far you stretch in Tao Yin. It's about guiding and directing the breath into the areas that are tight. Now, I love this one. This is so much. Okay, anyway. Take your right leg and bend it and put the right foot on the inside of your left leg. I'll back up a little so you can see which legs I've got out here. Now, we're going to move from that part of the back. You're going to just come forward. Let's do it this way. Let's turn the lower back a little toward the extended leg, toward the left leg, and go forward over it, just a little, and then turn the back over the bent knee and come up and center. Isn't that cute? Anyone who's done a million yoga classes or dance classes where you're not allowed to do stuff like this, you're enjoying it. because it's so much more free. You turn the lower back toward the leg that's straight, just round over it, find a nice stretch in that hamstring, and then keep turning over the bent leg from the lower back and come up. So we're doing like it's kind of a semicircle. Over the front leg, the long leg, circling from the lower back over the bent leg, and up. Right, I'll go a little slower. It's not about how close you get to the leg. It's about breathing and noticing the parts of your back that are getting some flow, some circulation into them. This can go into very many variations to increase the stretch, but there is no hurry. If you get the basic principle of rotating from the kidney area, the lower back, the sacrum turns, then you're not grinding or forcing the stretch, you're opening the flow. Do this until it feels smoother and less kind of crunchy, crackly. And if you feel like you're ready for it, just kind of face that extended leg and just soften over it. Let your head relax. Not pulling yourself, but just softening and melting the neck. Breathe, melting the shoulders. Breathe into the lower abdomen and the lower back. Middle abdomen in the middle of the back. Breathing into the upper part of the abdomen and the upper back. And then roll it up. And we'll change legs. Tap it out. You can lean back a little. Any questions on that? Did it feel good? Was that what I thought it was, Janet? You're doing great. It's not about, did you feel any stretch in your legs, Janet? Yeah, I think you did. If you felt some stretch anywhere, you did it perfectly. Maybe for you felt it in your neck and shoulders. That's great. Remember, this isn't about stretching per se. It's about opening the meridians. So we got meridians all the way from our inner eye down to our pinky toes and anywhere along the line there. If you're opening it up, it's good. So just let's put the other leg forward now, and just to remind yourself, even if this is a new concept that you're feeling, this rotating, and we are running over a little bit, but I can't leave you with one leg straighter and stronger and longer than the other, right? So we're just rotating from the lower back. It's not a lot of rotation, perhaps, right? Now we're going to turn toward the straight leg, towards your right leg, I believe. Just round over it. It's only our first one. You might not go far. And then circle around over the left leg, and then up. Round over, circle over the other leg. Make it feel good. Make it feel good. Janet, are you on a pillow? You should be on an elevated surface. That's really important for you every time. That idea of sitting on something is specifically for people with tightness in their lumbar spine or their hips. Really frees it up. That's it, you guys. You okay, Don? Francine calls you Brownie. She said, call Don Brownie. Whose leg is that? Lynn Levinson. Nice straight leg, getting a good stretch there. Looks nice and free. Good, Meredith. Smooth and soft. We're finding all those angles, the muscles and the ligaments and the tendons, they all kind of blend together at angles. They wrap around the bones in a circular, angular way. And this movement replicates that. I'm going a little bit more quickly, but you don't have to. That's it. Hopefully it's starting to feel a little more natural. So one of the next repetitions, you decide when. Neck is very relaxed. When it feels like the right time, you just turn your lower back a little bit to the right and just soften over that right leg. And breathe. Let the breath be the stretch, not the position, the breath. The position is just that you're putting your body in, is just to get you in a different alignment with the gravity. But then your breath is moving. I like to sometimes rock a little right and left. That helps me release more. And then you could come over to toward the bent knee, using your hands for support too. Never do anything that doesn't feel right. Breathe and relax. Rocking a little bit side to side if you want. And then center and come up. Ooh. And we always give ourselves a nice opportunity to go neutral after all that. So come back onto your blanket or your mat. You can keep your knees bent if that's more comfortable. Just slowly lower yourself down to the floor. Bring your hands to your abdomen. Close your eyes and just breathe and relax. Again, if it's more comfortable to keep your knees bent, maybe you want to do that. Just let the breath flow and pour down into the lower part of the trunk, the lower abdomen, the lower back. Bringing warmth to the kidneys, nourishing the bones, the joints, nourishes the endocrine system. This whole class was about getting the flow deep into the bones, the joints, the organs, especially the kidneys. Keeping us thawed out and flowy for the cold weather ahead. Relaxing the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. You could stay right here if you're warm enough and you're in this peaceful place. It's a great little meditation to let the mindfulness of the present just flow right into every cell of your body. Great healing practice. If you want to get up, you roll to your sides and rest there for a moment. And you'll notice your spine just gets its normal little curves back when you roll onto your side. Then roll a little more forward till your palms face the floor. Press your palms to bring your body up. Come to all fours. And then stand up from here, whichever way works best for you, either tucking the toes under, shifting the weight back towards your feet, and then walking your feet in your hands together, or stepping 1 foot forward, whichever works best for you. And then we'll finish by pulling up the earth and letting go, getting grounded. As we did earlier, this pulling up the earth exercise, drawing that nourishing energy through the bones, through the spine, through the meridians. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. And enjoy the rest of your Thursday, everyone. Thank you so much. Any questions? Let me know. I love questions. We did some new stuff there. So if you have a question, I'm going to stop the